Hi all, this is Kirtiraj. I'm going to create a video series of Apex triggers. So in this video series, I'm going to explain about one on each scenario, and I'm going to write it practically so that we can easily understand how we can write the triggers. Okay, so I'm going to start with one of the first trigger, account trigger to set account rating as hot if account industry is banking or healthcare. So in this trigger, we have to make like whenever we are saving a account trigger, if the rating is hot, then the account industry or then we have to update industry as banking or healthcare. So when we are starting to write the trigger, no, first we have to decide we have to use either before trigger or if we have to use after trigger. Okay, in this one, since we have to make changes on the account object only, we should always go with before trigger. So that is the concept. So because let's say that in what it will do in the before triggers, whenever it is going to save to the database, before saving only it will make all these other changes as well, and it is going to store in the database. It after triggers, it will first we use after triggers when we are working on one object and we are making update on the another object. First this record will be saved, then another record will be updated. So that is the concept. So in this first video we will create this account rating is hot, then banking or healthcare. If account industry is banking or healthcare, then I should update it as hot. Okay, so first first what we will do, we will go to understand the scenario. So first I will my will just deactivate my triggers already written. Uh, when you are creating a trigger, we can go to new and then click on Apex trigger. Example one. In the S object is account submit. Okay. So this one we have to operate on it before in the before trigger. But first let's understand the scenario. If account industry is banking or healthcare. If I either choose as banking, then the account rating should get updated to hot. Okay. So right now it's not getting updated. I have even though I have selected banking as well as healthcare. So when we know this scenario from the front end, it will be very easy for us to write the trigger. Okay. Then so we have to think it should be in before insert, or we can even make it in before update condition, because even though if even we change the industry here, so that should get automatically updated. So that is the concept. I will start writing. So I start with for loop. We will first mention the which type of object we are operating on, then the looping variable, then finally the list trigger dot new. All the new records which we are going to store to the database will be stored in trigger dot new variable. So then if we want to make it only work on this before insert and before update only, we can put one more condition like if trigger dot is before and then trigger dot is insert or trigger dot is update. Now the main part is for account ACC trigger.new, then we need to compare the industry part. So if again one more if loop, ACC dot industry is equal to banking, or ACC dot industry equal to healthcare. Then I'm going to store ACC's rating field. So you have to always use field name. So dot field name is equal to, so what are the values in the rating? We have hot, warm, and cold. I'm going to store as hot. So this, since this is before trigger, we no need to do any DML operations. When before saving only, it will store ACC dot rating as hot. Then it is going to store it in the database. So we can verify, we can test this working of this particular trigger. I'm going to create a new trigger, new account record. I'm not choosing anything in the rating field. Now I'm going to choose industry as banking, save. Yeah, it got updated to hot. Okay. Similarly, if we create one more record with industry as healthcare, then the rating will get updated to hot. But if we choose any other industry, let's say agriculture, then the rating will not be getting updated. So this is the working of this particular trigger. I hope it was so much easy. So I'll just re-explain the logic here. Trigger, account trigger. This is the name of the trigger on account. The trigger conditions are before insert or before update. So first we have to check whether it is before insert or not. So trigger dot is before and trigger dot is insert or trigger dot is update. Then for we have to loop the account records of trigger dot new variable list. So for account history of trigger dot new, if ACC dot industry is equal to banking or ACC dot industry equal to healthcare, then we are going to store in the ACC dot rating as hot. So this is the logic of this particular program. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much.